All right, it is Sunday, November 29th. Did the video for like 30 minutes, then it cut off at 14 minutes. That's great. Wonderful. So I'm going to do the video again. This is, what to look for going long when the market, is hot long, or generally don't have to be hot, but what to look for going long, day trading, swing trading. The three patterns, let's start at works right here. Works started in the middle right here. See this middle move? The middle can go two ways. It can go down or break up because it's stuck in the middle where it opened. So this opened at 4:10 a.m. So this is really early. And then what did it do? It opened at 2, then all the way moved all the way to 260, and then it sort of faded, slowly down. So this was a middle move up. Then you can have a move low, low pre-market, and it starts to ride up, and then eventually it could fade at the open or it could actually keep going, but a lot of times it'll fade at the open. That's a low to high move. This is a middle down, middle up, where you have high and then it fades and bounce, then bounce. Then it can bounce at the open a little bit, but it continues to fade then sideways. So they're the three main moves you will see over and over. So, works was the move up way early and then it couldn't hold and then it fades. QS, which was KCAC, they merged. They finally, I guess, it got approved. This is a low to high move right here. 24, then shot up to 29. And then you're looking at the charts here. What do you see here? You have 25 line right here. This was from the other day because of the holiday, but you're looking at that 25 line. Right over 24, you see this big open candle. That's the first sign right there that something good's going to happen. Then you go to here, 25, and look at your support. Your support's 1320 EMA. Most commonly used 9 EMA, 13. I use the 20 now, which works really well. And then you see the wrap here. See this under? It's a ascending triangle. Then we break up. Big shooting star, comes down to the 30 level. It breaks up again, and 33 level. Then eventually, breaks down harder. Goes pretty much sideways. So this is a low to high move. You don't know where it's going to go. This could come here and go through, or here it could come through. But this is where you give it your support. You have here, and then probably here on the 20 EMA. And this is the 5-minute time frame. So, when you see that, and this is the first sign here, then you see over at 25. I'm giving line here probably 24. Anything lower than that, I doubt it. I'm not going to use big size here because these lines aren't that big, but if you have a few hundred shares, this could rip through. You'd be down big time already. So you don't need that many shares on these higher price stocks. So, this is the great long to look for. You want to try to get in early as possible, but there are, 26 line. You can go line to line and see where this does. Draw your triangle. You have a 30 hold. You see that one a little bit below. Got to give it room. Don't stop out too quick. And, that's a great move, low to high. And see, I love the 1320. It always goes in conjunction with each other. How this wrapped, it's not a coincidence, it's wrapped underneath as this was starting to move up. That's what they do. APXT. See, this is a move sort of middle, moves up pretty high. And then look at this, very early. This is 4:25 a.m. Then it fades, bounces, fades. Then there's the open again. It tried to break the open, but you just knew it wasn't going to move here. Didn't have the juice. And that's from the pre-market being up way high. I'd really have to push this volume to really push it up here. So that's a higher to low move. And then it just went sideways. Now, if you're playing pre-market, see this go all the way down. Once you see this hold though, this 13, then back to 13 again and go up. I mean, it's a double bottom. You could play this here. It's still a decent move, $2 move. But that's the move on that. All right, then you have SOL. Here's another one, SOL. You have a low to high right here, 575. Pre-market, not much going on. Then you have a big open candle. It's the first sign something good's going on. And then you're going right here, 625 line. And then when you see this, you're seeing where's it going. Or if you're playing off of one candle, it's very tough off of one candle, but you can do it. This went down to a low 603. So they take it to 6, and then they won't take it actually to 6. They'll take it to like 602, 604. So you get a 605. I keep my orders anything around like any of these numbers. It'd be like 630, 605, 580, because they never bring it down all the way, or rarely. And then, they'll try to fake you out. That's basically what it is. So don't have to go directly there. So this is pure momentum too. So this is going, real strong separation. Your 1320 EMA, 625. You're moving up. There's nothing here to show a sell on the 5-minute. Then you see this pretty hard from top to bottom, and it starts to go sideways. Now on my screen too, I'm looking low, middle of my screen and high. You can go by that too. Now I can keep going. You could be here and stocks go all the way up, and they're at like $10, $15 gain. That's just a general parameter. So, Sol is a really great long there. Look at this separation to 13. Even at a 3-minute, a little bit tighter, still riding up strong. LRMP. This one's not as easy. This one here, then up to 370. Going all the way up to 510. Not best volume there. And here's Rail. Rail went to 240. Came back hard. And this was a low in that. Say 232. Low 232. Then we bounced up. Came back, bounced again. Look at this support though. Your 1320 EMA. So not the greatest of volume though. Gotta watch volume. See what else we got down here. All right, here's NK. It says pure momentum play. Momentum's tough. You get in low, you just catch it, you see it riding. You're just playing on this. You could play it tighter. Although 10 cents, it's really tight. I would play it probably to quarter. You got to give it room. So, playing quarter. What is space here? Quarter, 13 EMA. Look how smooth that is, the 20. When you're in here and you see it that smooth, see, you don't even see a bend here. So it's actually no fear of a sell there. Even if there's a red candle, it would happen too fast. If it happens too sharp, it can't really go through. So this goes to 8. Comes back a little bit sideways. Never went through and just keeps going. So the earlier you can get these, the better. It's pure momentum. You don't know where it's going to go. It could stall here, come back. But everything, getting at the bottom of the pattern is definitely better longer term if you're going to trade this. Catch at 10, 11 a.m., even 12 the rest of the day. I mean, the stock market closed at 1 p.m. So that's on that. Here's Novax, NVAX. Had to move pre-market all the way up to 112. Came back. So look at double bottom, 108. You can also draw a line right here. And then you candle above, and then 110. And there you go, line to line. Your 13's riding up. And these always happen earlier, 13 riding up your 20 EMA. Then we're going sideways. Then we're at 114, just bouncing along. And then big 1, 2, 4 candles down. We're touching 122. Then it's formed like a triangle. So when you see the stack sideways, unless this would go through real hard, that's why you gotta give it line to line. This didn't really go through pressure candle, but went sideways. And in this, it's a descending triangle. So there's your 110, then shut up. See where we go. See if it, forms like a pause here, form consolidation, finally stopped, and then it went up. So you want to look for a few different things on, each chart's going to be different. So the 1320 EMA wrapping underneath is very important. That's your support, line to line, volume. It's different things, triangles. There's another one, ARCT, pure momentum. This is higher priced. Nothing going on here. Just you catch us, you start seeing this move up 63. And we're going to 65. And it goes all the way to 77. Yeah, this was like $16 gain. And see your separation. Look, you're so far away from your 13 and 20 EMA. That's when it's extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. HIMX moved up to 6. You have a 6-line break. Came back to 640. Then you have the 690. And your support's probably about 590 there. You can even get it today's open like 584. Another great long ACB, pure momentum. There's Kern, ABO. All right, here's INO. This was over 1060. Huge wick. This is a big quarter line too. Then we come all the way back. This open on this 1063. So look where it opened, right there at that base. Again, a lot of these, could be pre-market, but a lot of them moved like near the open. Then we move up, sideways up, came back to 1112 and shot right up. Big volume weight. So, this is another low to high move. See how low this is? There's no move up here. Then this is starting way low and then coming up and taking off. That's the best kind of move. And this is a longer move. A lot of these are longer lasting throughout the whole day. Well, to 1 p.m. because the market closed. So, that's what you're going to look for. And then let's go back to QS, different time frames. You want to go to the 1 minute. 1 minute's going to have a lot of candles. You're going to have a lot of like shakeouts. Then you have the sideways, halt, shooting star. Tons of candles here. I don't like to trade the 1 minute. It's good for scalpers, in and out. 2 minute. It's a little better. You're seeing, less candles, but it's a lot if you want to have like a longer time frame. So, I get a 3 minute up. 3 minutes pretty good. All these candles are 3 minutes. One of these candles 3 minutes. So we go up. This is an angle too. Then you break out of here. So you can see the moves here. You can even see the halt here. On the 5 minute, you didn't even see that. Each of these candles is 5 minutes. So you didn't even see a lot of that on the 1 minute. That's the point. You don't want to see that mess because it's gonna shake you out all over the place. Then you're gonna get in, probably like get out here, then miss the majority of the move. So, and that's the big thing. Your 13 riding up, your 20, give support. And then when you're buying low, and then like middle of your screen, it's probably going to be, pretty good move from there. So you got to watch. Is it going to pull back? Are we going to keep going? There's your top of your screen. I wouldn't buy up here because I know on my screen, low to high, this moved 23 to 39. It's a $16 move, whatever it is. It could be a $5 move, $10 move, $3 move. You just got to see where you're at, in the chart, whatever the chart is, whether it's $1 or $30. So it's really important to look at. So, the main thing for longs pre-market is going to be a high move, then bounce, then maybe fade or go sideways, or is it middle and we go down or up? Or is it the low move? The low move's up, pull back up, pull back, and it can last pretty long. So, they're the best moves that look long, mainly in small caps. A lot of small caps don't, make this. They'll fade. So depending on the market, right now the market's pretty good long. They're lasting a lot longer. I remember a few months ago, it was like they were going pre-market real hard from like here to here, and then it's fading strong. So it's something to look at. All right. So that's, the basics of it. It's not that complicated. It's just where you're getting in, and you got to know the patterns and what stocks you're playing. Like some of the pump stocks, they'll go like straight up. That's not a pattern. It's not you can really trade. So, so that's for that. Let's look at these are some swing trades. ideas or, this is a penny stock. This had bad news, I believe. So this could, it could bounce up to 75 penny players. AMD could go over 88. That's like touching 3 times. DraftKings, this was a classic. I called this a 35 falling wedge, 35 up. You have these shakeout candles until you get the wrap right here. Then it's went to 52, 54 right now. It's overbought. This is what I'm going to say. Eventually just grind up. And if you can get in low here, then you don't need to sell till, right there is like a $17 gain. That's really good. The falling wedge pattern works, especially when the market is, I think the market was down there. A lot of stocks were moving down hard. That's after the move up October, then they came back down. So that was looking, very strong that you were going to have a falling wedge break out a lot of stocks like this, and they did. Here's a gap play, INTC, this bounce. So you hold this, you can hold this even a month. This might come here and come back, or it might, go over, fill that gap. GME had this called ascending triangle. A lot of pressure candles. You see what it does if this holds this low here. Got the 12 wrapped. Look at this U shape. It's wrapped around and takes off. See, once you're over it, it's battling this 20, 13 EMA. It's battling back and forth. Then as soon as we wrap underneath, you get a big takeoff a lot of times. And, the market being strong, and GME really took off. Let's see what else here. Workhorse, this is another one. There's your wedge. Is it going to hold this low here? It finally comes out. See, this is the problem too. When you see this, you're going to probably be stopped out there, unless your levels right here, where your support resistance. You might not be. You might get here, but you see that some people might be like, "I'm getting out. That don't look good. The next day is going to be bad." Then it does this chop, and then here's the wraparound again. So you could get in later too. So here's the move. We've seen a lot of that. The wrap, battling here, and eventually just see the lows keep grinding. It grinds up. Pick was ridiculous. I think I called this at 10. And then I put in these candles, like yes, then no, then this candle. That's way too volatile. But it did another U-shape recovery. VE was really strong with energy. There's the wedge on here. Now this could have stopped out. Because if you get in 14, even though this like 1244 held, that's a very bearish candle. So you might get stopped out. But you stick with it. Stick with the chart. Look at it. Again, the wraparound, there it is. Right around that 16 or here, you're good. And then now it's far away from the 13 minute. But as soon as it wraps around, you really get strong momentum. It's a better chance for longs. Once you're breaking above, usually the 2 moving averages, I would say. At least how they've been playing. HQ, there's another great long. And this has a lot to do with the market. So the market's very strong, and stocks are like ripping, $5 to $10 in a few weeks. Here's PEIX. There's the wedge. Cross reversal, and this one's trying to wrap too. See this? This might, 8, 9, we'll see here. LCA, I had this called too. I think on StockTwits. Big wedge. Saw how tight. See the tight the wedge usually comes out before that's extremely tight. 12. There's your wrap. And look how far away it is now. It's like 20, 59. It's like 15 plus is the 13 EMA. So we're way far away from here. So that's incredible gainer too. You just don't know what's going to do. It could do anything. It could come up here, come back. But if you're in here, you don't need to sell. You just sell when there's a sell signal. FTI, this was a washout. 550. This is a huge mover, but this did move like $4. Look at this. And then right here probably stopped out. You're like, I'm getting out, I'm taking profit. It looks bad. Then it gaps. Then it comes down. Then you're above the 13. And there's the move here. And then it's very gappy long. On stocks like that, it's very tough to get long because it's thrown you all over the place. And it's hard to get size. Here's another one. This is energy. Right from this 4 level, see the breakout. Clear move. TRVN still has a chance oversold. This might bounce above 275. Run. There's your wedge. It's another one right here. And then you're like, oh, look at these bearish candles. You're probably out. And then you're back in. See this? There's the U coming in. The U sweep, you could call it, or something. Or maybe cup and handle, not a cup and handle. I mean, not direct cup and handle, more of a just U shape, and then explodes up. HYLN, it's got the 20. It's like fading down a bit here in stochastics. It had a decent run. AMAT came to 60. Straight takeoff. Look at this line here, your 13 MA. 82 now. LLNW, if this gets to the bottom of the gap, we'll see if this goes through here. HBI still has the gap to fill. We'll see. It's getting overbought. MTX still has an open gap. It's very oversold. Now here's CF2. This came way down. Look at from September, October, then right back up. As soon as you cross above this, see this here? There's again your 1320 EMA. You need the cross. Yeah, that's a $9 gain. Trill, there's another one. Look at this. Wedge, then we're getting above, then just explodes up. Explodes. FIS. Overstock came out. Not a big move. Actually, it's pretty big. 50 to 70. It's a $20 move. VLDR, there's the wedge. This one back and forth, then came back. It's riding above here. This might still have a chance. We'll see if this goes up. DIX. There's a move now. You have green candles on November 16th. Then it's just started to green. Every candle's green here except that. So this really pushed forward. Oversold stochastics. I love that play too. See, on a move up, on a lot of these plays that your trend is up and you get like a pullback, you're getting in there. It's great. Look how oversold it is. 20 to 80, 10 is even extreme on that. Here's a PDLI. Here's another U-shaped pattern. Look at this U. Your 13's crossing your 20. This could go up. Yeah, this could really fill here if this gets going really good. It's really overbought though. 97. Here is a PRTY, Party City. Is it a big run up? Then a huge move down. Look at this wash down. Then you're waiting. What's it going to do? There was the candle. Once you see that, it's pretty good confidence. Then you're at 2. Then you're gapping a little bit. Then you're coming up. And this huge gap up to 3. And then it takes off. But even this candle, shooting star, you figure we're going to go down pretty hard. Came back after 2 days because that's the market's very strong. So if the market wasn't as strong, maybe it would have came down right there. So PRTS, I call this down here at 11. And the trend is trying to break that level here at 15, 18 plus. BTU, this is on my stock splits too, very oversold. The $1 level is extremely important. Get the 152. See if they can stay above the moving averages. BYND was the gap down. McDonald's, I believe, had a burger coming out. Yeah, then it slowly came back. There's no way they were going to push this down that far. It is complete overreaction. Codex. LMND, this is another classic right here back in November. When you had this recent IPO double bottom here, I saw this candle right here. I'm like, this is great. And this was pretty smooth. 50 to 65, even there. As you see that day, you could have got out. And then it became like a secondary move. And that was only like 7 days. So in swings, I love oversold plays like this. Falling wedges. And look how oversold this is. You buy low, sell high. That's how it works in a stochastic pattern. But this could keep going. You got to make sure, confirm it's out, and then sometimes, like I said on the previous all these charts, they'll play games back and forth. Red, green like this. It'll be tough, but when you see this over and over, you're gonna recognize it's a lot of fake outs, because when you're oversold here, it's not going to keep going down most of the time. It's not in that pattern necessarily. So, and eventually you see a crossover. See in stochastics right here actually was on that candle pretty much. So, all right, that's it. So, your long trades in the morning, pre-market, look at the stock too. See if it's like a pump stock. It's just going to pump straight up, or there's legs. Maybe you want to trade, wait till the open. Watch the patterns, your 13, 9, 20 EMA, and your level, your price levels, and your volume. And then watch line to line. Just watching line to line, see what it does. So, and then the swing trades, flying wedge patterns are good. Right now, they're not as good. You know why? They're all went up. All the stocks are so far up. They came out of this, and there's no oversold stocks. As you see the SPY, we're at the top level. See this? This is a drop down. Buy. Move up. Move down. Buy. So we're well overbought here. We'll see if we get a pullback soon. Maybe a good one at 335, 340. We'll see. I don't think we're staying up here this long. We need a pullback. So that's it for now. Please subscribe and like the channel, and we will be back for more later. Peace.